Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another video. All right, so I started this video a little differently by showing you guys a time-lapsed video of myself painting this panel here. So, little different. So wanted to get that done and then get started with the actual video and tell you guys a little more about it. You may have already seen me do similar videos to this. This is a sculpted panel from BearWoods. Now they come in different sizes. There's different designs. This one here is a 16-inch square panel. And it is called Ribbon. That is the design that is on the front. So you can see there, BearWoods 16-inch ribbon panel. Okay, and I will tell you in a minute the colors I used to do this piece. All right, but I wanted to show you what else they have, because I've got more here that one day I plan on working on. I'll put them over here because I don't want to ruin that piece. So then this is an 8-inch square and the pattern is called Metal. So they have a pattern like this. Then this one is called Flow, and that is a 12-inch. So that are smaller lines. Okay. This one is called Dune, kind of like sand dunes. So they look similar, but they are different. So these are more straight lines and these are more curvier wave type lines. All right. And then this is, I think, the same. Yeah, this is Dune, but in a square format. I think I have a few more bigger ones. Let me grab them. I just want to show you as much as I can. I didn't prepare myself. I hope you can hear me, because my microphones are dead. So I don't have a mic on. All right, so this is Frequency. This is a 16-inch panel and it's Frequency. That is the pattern. This is one of my favorite patterns, is Frequency. Let's see what else we got here. This is nothing. It's not. All right, so then we have Metal again, in a bigger 16-inch. Yep, 16-inch round. And then I have one more big square one. Again, I think this one is Frequency. Yep. So a big square. So this is Frequency. And then this one I said is what? Ribbon. So you can see the difference. This has smaller ribbons and this has bigger ones. So that's the difference. So I'm going to put these back. There we go. So those, as I mentioned, are from BearWoods. All the information is listed in the description below. There will be a link, and you can also save 5% off your order using code Kanella. All right, all capital letters, just my name, Kanella. So that is where I get that. Now, I've done a few of these before. You may have seen me do, there's 4 videos in total where I have used sculpted panels. The very first one I did was video number 361, where I did an ocean piece. That was the first time I ever used them. Video number 2 is video 387. That is when I did the peacock with the peacock feathers piece. Then I did video number 474, and then that was using the Arteza greenish colors. And then video 487, where I did a small little 8-inch round and I put it in another round with a white border. So if you want to check out those videos, feel free. And so in my one of my videos, I just did this and then I spray varnished it. But for this one, I want to actually put resin on it. Now, because it is sculpted and it's all groovy like this, I need to add my easy form strips. Okay, so these are also on the BearWoods website, and you need these in order to top coat this with resin, because if you were to just add resin on this, it'll just fall off the edge and you will not have a full layer of resin on top. So these are called easy forms. Again, you can find them on the website. and I need to attach them to all the 4 sides to create a barrier along the side. All right. They come in different sizes. So this is obviously for 16-inch. I have the 12-inch here as well. And then these little ones for coasters. So I also have little coasters. I didn't pick up the 4th, but so there's these little coasters as well. And then you use these little guys to do for your coasters. And for the rounds, there are round easy forms. All right. So let me put these away. All right. So one major thing you need to know before putting and taping these on with your tape is you must put some wax on the strip. All right. So you put it here on the white strip like this. Actually, you're supposed to do it like that, not on the gray strip. On the white strip, you put wax all over it and then you tape it. What happens if you don't put wax on this? Put it on here, put your resin in, and then when you go to take it off, it is not going to come off. I made that mistake on my peacock piece and I struggled to take this off, and I actually had to like almost burn it off with my heat gun. That was not a pretty sight. And then I ruined the easy form mold, strip, and I had to throw it away. So you must put wax on the strip, or you can even put it on here as well. Put it on both before you tape it onto the side. So I'm going to try and show you guys one of them. So I'm going to flip this over on this side, and basically paper towel. All right. If actually, you know what, if you have gloves, you can use the glove. You can use your fingers. So I'm going to actually use gloves. So I'm going to put wax along the edge here. Okay. Smells good. Actually, I should tell you what it is. Duh. It's called Citrus Shield Howard Premium Paste Wax. All right. And that's what it looks like. I guess I should tell you what it looks like and what it's called. So that is the wax, and it is off Amazon. This is what the container looks like. Okay. I don't remember how much it was, but I'm going to try and remember. If not already, put it in my Amazon shop for those of you who would like to get it. So that is the wax. All right. So I've got it all on this side. And now I'm going to put it on just the bottom half, because you don't want it on the top half of the easy form. But that's why I also did it here on the side of the board, to make sure that it is fully covered with wax. Because I'm telling you, if you do not put wax and make the same mistake I did, because I completely forgot in that video, that peacock video, I think it was video 387, I think. What a disaster that was. Complete and utter disaster. So you don't want to forget to put your wax on. Wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi. All right, for those of you who know that reference, Karate Kid. All right, so I'm going to take my glove off. All right, and so it gets a little tricky. It's not easy to put it on and tape it on, but you got to do what you got to do. So, gosh, I'm so unorganized today. Oh, I forgot to tell you the colors of the Arteza colors. I'll tell you that in a minute. All right, so I'm just going to put this here for a sec. Now, you want to make sure that your piece is flush with the bottom of your board, okay? So make sure it is flush, very flush. Okay, my side is flush here, it's flush on here. And so I am going to put that there. Actually, this isn't as bad as I thought. Doing the round one is a lot harder. All right. Flush. All right. Wax everywhere. Wax. All right. Let me add another piece right here. Okay. All right. So, and that is how I put on the first piece. All right. It feels nice and flush, which is great, and it's flush over here. So I'm going to do the other 3 pieces, all right, and I'm just going to speed you guys up, but then I'm literally going to put this side over and make sure I put a piece of tape going over like this, okay? So I'm going to keep working. I'm going to speed you guys up for the next 3 pieces. All right, so I've got all sides done and put on. Put the lid back on the wax. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to take a popsicle stick and I'm just going to push down on the edge just to make sure the tape is adhering really well to this and to the side. So I'm just going to rub it. All right, and then along the side here, I want to make sure the tape is sticking really well because I don't want resin to seep through. All right, and that should do it. All right, so let's see. If you see a little wax that's come out onto the panel here, you can just take a crappy paintbrush. I don't want to use my nice Arteza paintbrush, and then just wipe it out. So no big deal. Taking off, see, it's taking the wax out really well. Just take the wax off there. Okay, so that is that. Everything, my corners are all perfect. Now, before I forget, let me tell you the colors I used. So I started off down here with Pearl Deep Brown. And then this color here is bronze, and then this color is Aztec gold, and then the top color, which they look similar but they're actually not. Where did that paint fleck just come from? All right, and then there we go, and then the last color is gold. So there is a little bit of a difference. I'm pretty sure you can see it, but so those are the colors I used. And then I used my Arteza paintbrush. You can get it in a pack of paintbrushes. So I got this Arteza paintbrushes. You get 12 in a pack. As you can see, there's different shapes and sizes. So from my fellow Canadians, I got it off Amazon. If you are in the US or the UK, you can get it off the website, and then you can save 10% off all your Arteza products using code Kanella10. Unfortunately, if you are in Canada, like myself, you cannot get the discount on Amazon, and they do not ship from the website to Canada. They are working on it. They are trying to get that to be a thing in the future. So they are working on it, but for now, you cannot buy straight from the website and have it shipped to Canada. So it's basically whatever you can find on Amazon.ca, and you can purchase these products off of Amazon. Don't forget to click on my Amazon link in the description below to do all your Amazon shopping. Not just US. There's an American link, US link, and a UK link. that you can click on and just do your regular shopping on Amazon, and it actually helps me and my channel. All right, those are the colors. I did not gesso the board because I literally just added paint on here. Paint kind of acts like gesso in my opinion. So I did 2 layers of this, as you saw in the sped up version at the beginning of this video. All right. And all right, so I did 2 layers. I didn't sand it or anything because I'm going to be putting resin on top of it anyway. I've put the easy forms on. That is all done. It is now ready for resin. All right, so I'm going to get myself my resin set up. I'm going to be using, of course, my Krystal Resin. All right, this is just the tabletop Krystal Resin. Okay, it's 1-to-1 parts. Don't forget, you can go on the website and save 7% off your resin needs on the Krystal Resin website using code Kanella7. All right, so I'm gonna get my resin mixed up and I'm gonna get started on the next step of this piece. All right, everybody, back with the next step. So what I've gone and done is gone ahead and mixed a cup of resin here. So 1 equal part of resin to 1 equal part of hardener. I have stirred this up for about 3 to 5 minutes. It is good to go. All right. So I am going to pour this onto my sculpted panel. All right. So I don't know how much I need for this because there's all these grooves in here, but I'm not overly worried because this is still obviously going to get a final top coat of resin once I take the easy forms off. And I'm wondering, this probably isn't enough. I put as much as I could in my cup without overflowing it. So, but let's see what we end up with here. And while I'm doing this, do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that in a few short weeks, I am going to be going to Dallas, Texas. I finally booked my flight. It just makes it so surreal when you actually book your flight. So I booked that the other day, and I am going to Dallas, Texas for the Fluid Art Experience. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can find the information or the link to the website in the description below my video. And yeah, come and see me in Dallas, Texas. Come and take some live classes with me. I'll be teaching the Dutch pour, obviously. White base, black base, color split base. There's different classes you can take. There are going to be other YouTube artists there as well. There's going to be dinner parties, Q&A parties, all kinds of different events happening in the evening. I'm excited. I can't wait because it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get to meet fellow YouTube artists that I have not met before in person. You know, there's raffles and prizes and all kinds of things. So I'm super excited. If you are interested, it is November 17th, 18th, and 19th. All right. Check out fluidartexperience.com. Actually, I think I do have enough resin here. Got to make sure everything's covered. As long as I have enough to get to all my edges here and get the resin to kind of attach to the easy form here is my what I'm trying to get at here. Gosh, this looks so pretty when you actually add resin on it. And it is hailing outside. Oh my gosh. Okay, guess I'm not walking the dogs after this. I just started hearing like noise onto the window back here and it is hailing. That's great. Well, that's interesting. Guess I should have walked the dog sooner. I didn't even know it was supposed to do that. All right, almost done here. Just getting my resin into these last little crevices. All right, I'm going to take my glove off because I don't need it on. I can't take it off, it's slippery. All right. I'm going to use my heat gun and heat this up and pop the bubbles. And then I'm going to give it a few minutes and then I'm going to pop it with my torch, any leftover bubbles. Be careful that you don't burn or melt your easy form molds, okay? All right, so you know what? I'm looking at it and there are parts that are like protruding over the resin, which kind of makes it like, gives it a 3D look. And I think it looks kind of cool. I wonder, we'll see how it ends up. I might, obviously I'm still probably going to put another top coat because I have to, because I have to take the forms off and get resin along the sides to cover the sides. But for now, I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to let the resin cure overnight. And tomorrow I will put on another layer. So that is it. I actually don't see any bubbles. So I don't really need to use the torch. But in case you do see some more little tiny microscopic bubbles, you can use the torch and just torch it super quick like that. But I would avoid getting the flame anywhere near your easy molds, easy forms, because you do not want to burn them or melt them. All right, so that is that step. Tomorrow we pull off the sides. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, everybody, it is the next morning and it's time to take off the easy form forms here. Now, I can still, I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to get fingerprints all over it, but there are parts of the board that are still exposed. Actually, there, you can see it now that I think about it. So do you see that? So I actually really like that 3D look that it's protruding out of the painting, or call it whatever you want. Now, if you didn't want that, you would add now another layer on top before taking this off, because you want to make sure it's fully covered. But I'm not going to do that because I actually like the way this looks. So I'm going to take the easy forms off. Otherwise, you would add another layer on top so that you can't see the board sticking out and doing this 3D look. But I like it and I'm actually going to leave it like that. So if I did this correctly and good, these should come off with no problems. So, okay, actually first I should probably start off by peeling the tape off. That might help. All right. Oops, did I just move my camera? I did. I bumped the camera. All right. Let's see here. All right. So I've been doing a lot of fall themed colors, so I figured I would stick to the fall theme color palette here with the browns and golds and coppers and whatever else I used. All right. Oh, well, that came off. All right. One more piece of tape over here. I can smell the lemon wax. All right. Okay. All the tape is off. And we know this part came off nice and easy. All right, so there's one. Oh, I can really smell the lemon wax. I love lemon. All right, so this is going to need sanding. So there's some like a film of resin there. All right. Okay. Ah, this is coming off so nicely. I love it. I love it. Okay. Should pull my garbage can in. There we go. Makes it easier. Oh, I'm so happy. Look at that. Came off so easily. So this is what the sides look like. So you can see there's obviously wax and resin in here. So look at that. So you got to be careful not to obviously peel up and then peel the resin off the top there. So I am going to first clean off any excess wax that is along the edges. Then I'm going to probably peel away this waxy buildup over here. You can see how I'm pulling that? Here, see that? So I want to get rid of that. So I'm probably going to use a knife, an X-Acto knife, to just kind of clean that off. So that's going to take a while. And then I'm going to sand, probably with this hard grit. I'm going to sand the edges, clean it all off. And I'm going to do that. So, and then with these, obviously, you can just wash them, clean them off, I guess, soap and water. Or I'm going to try some isopropyl alcohol. And, oh yeah. Look at that. Cleans it right up. Okay, so you can reuse them because you definitely want to keep these clean and clean them up and put them away for your next use, because you want to make sure you can reuse them as many times as possible. Well, there you go. All clean. See that? Perfect. Okay. So, and if there's any resin on it like this, you can peel it off. All right. I'll clean the rest of those later. I am going to, let's see, what do I want to do here? Got my knife or this little guy here, where I'm going to, not really sure what I'm going to do here, but what I do know is I've got to get this stuff off the side. Oh, there we go. This is going to take me a while. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, so just be careful when you're peeling. Can you guys see what I'm doing? And don't cut yourself, for heaven's sakes. Do not cut yourself. Do not come to me and say, oh, I cut myself because I was trying to do what you're doing. Don't do what I do. May not be the safest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I should do? Duh. Heat it up. What I'm not thinking. Heat it up with the heat gun. That'll help. Duh, Kanella. Silly. All right, let's see if that, woo, look at that. Here I am, oh, look at this. Here I am struggling, and that just melts right off. All right, so look, the part that I just heated right there. See how easily that came off? Okay, so I am going to clean up the rest by heating off and peeling, and I'll be right back. You really don't need to see a half hour of me doing that, so I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I have taken probably about 45 minutes to scrape off and clean the edges of all four sides here. So you can see it's nice and cleaned up, sanded, clean, no wax, no extra resin drips anywhere. So that is done. Now, I will say this. If you have what do they call those? Those orbital hand sanders or whatever. If you've got one of those, even just a small one, to do the edges and the, you know, corners like this here, it'll save you a heck of a lot of time instead of using something like this and doing it by hand, and you'd probably get better results too. I don't have one. I know my husband has one, but I do not dare go through his tools without his permission. I wouldn't even know where to look for it anyway. But yeah, if you have one of those hand sanders, it would be ideal. And then, so I sanded everything, cleaned it all off, made sure all my edges were nice and smooth, no sharp edges. And then I just basically wiped it down with my microfiber cloth here. It's just a soft, really fuzzy microfiber cloth from the dollar store. I make sure, and I make sure to wipe my table down, because when I'm going to use resin to do the top coat and blow it with my heat gun and all that stuff, I don't want any dust particles from all the sanding to get on my piece. All right, so that now is cleaned up and ready for its final layer of resin. Now, if you watch my resin tutorials, you know, and I've said it 100 times, I never, ever, ever resin during the day. I only resin in the evening, late at night. I resin, I walk out of the studio, and no one is allowed in the basement until the very next day, because then if I resin right now during the day, it is, you know, 12 o'clock. And I come down here to work out, or my kids come home from school and Lucas wants to play PlayStation, that's not happening. They'll get dust particles in here. So I cannot resin this until later tonight. I cannot promise you I'm going to record it. So if you want to know how to top coat something, just check out video 429. That is my resin tutorial video. I'm literally just going to put a layer of resin on top and make sure my sides have resin on them, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. So I can't promise you that I'm going to record that portion of the video tonight at like 10 o'clock after my volleyball game when I'm tired. But I must resin it and get it done, because I need to edit it all and put it up on YouTube for you guys to be watching this today on Wednesday. Or when you're watching this, it'll be Wednesday. It's actually Tuesday right now. Anyways, I'm babbling. So I am going to put a top coat of Krystal Resin on this, and I will be back tomorrow to show you guys the final finished results of this piece. All right, see you soon. All right, everybody, it is the next morning. I have put my resin, look, I'm peeling resin as I talk. I've put the last coat of resin on top, and it is stunning, stuck to the bottom. Look at that. So beautiful. All right, so my thing is stuck to the bottom there. All right, so what we need to do now is never ever touch. I got a fleck of, don't touch the top. Deal with that after. So never ever touch this, because you're going to get fingerprints on it, and then you're going to have to clear the smudgy fingerprints off, and you're likely going to scratch the resin. So do not touch the top. You can touch the sides if you have to, but don't touch the top. So, I think I need to raise you guys a bit. Let me raise you up. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. All right, so again, don't touch the top. We need to peel the tape off the edges. Oh, I'm already plugged in. I was gonna say I need to plug in my heat gun. So what you wanna do is take your heat gun and just heat up the edges over here. I'm gonna try and manage to do that in camera view. Don't burn yourself. Well, first let's start by peeling the inner layer. I always put an inner layer just to be sure. You never know where your hands might touch the back, and you don't want to get the back dirty no matter what. All right, and then after I've heated it, it should peel off super cleanly, like so. Look at that. See that? Nothing on the back. Okay, I'm going to do the other sides. Be right back. I'm going to speed you guys up. And there you have it, everybody. So here is the finished results. That is what the sides look like, all resined. Look how perfectly clean they look. I love it. So some sanding and some hard work. You can still see that there's a little bit of a 3D action going here. Let me see if I can get it back in the light. I just had it there. So you can see it protrudes a little bit. I would have liked it a little more, but I still like it the way it is. So there you have it, everybody. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I love these boards. The possibilities and the color possibilities are endless. I even thought about doing a rainbow piece. I thought that would be cool. There's so many. I've done blues. I've done now greenies kind of colors. And now I've done this fall themed gold, silvers, bronze, all that. So don't forget, check out the website. The link is in the description below. BearWoods, save 5% off your order using code Kanella. Don't forget the Arteza paints, the pearl paints. If you are in the US or the UK, you can save 10% off using code Kanella10. And of course, Krystal Resin. You can save 7% off using code Kanella7. So basically everything I use today, there's a discount for, okay? So, you know, check out the links in the description below. Please let me know what you think about this piece. You know, I really appreciate when you guys put comments. If you are new watching and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. This piece is available for purchase if anyone is interested in this piece. As I mentioned, it is a 16-inch square. Please email me at canellaciraco@gmail.com. And don't forget, Dallas, Texas, Fluid Art Experience. Again, information in the description below. Check out the link. Head on over to the website. Buy your tickets. Come see me in Dallas, Texas. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think I left anything out, but if I did, ask in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer all your questions. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.